Hey guys, Jason Hitchings here with Adept Defense. So I'm at the range today to get a little personal practice in, and today I'm working target transitions, and I figured since I'm working target transitions I would incorporate some reload work in. Really when you work reloads you can do most of that during your dry fire, but if you're coming to the range to practice and you can work in some reloads into your practice session, it just kind of confirms your dry fire. If you take my Defensive Pistol 1 class with Adept Defense, I'll teach you multiple ways to reload the gun and different techniques that work in different situations. So today I thought I would take a quick minute and bring the camera out and go over speed reloads with you guys. In class we go over speed reloads, emergency slide lock reloads, tack reloads or reloads with retention, and a couple of those techniques have multiple ways to be able to perform those, and we teach those in detail in class. But for the sake of today's video we're just going to go over speed reloads. So let me walk you through a speed reload. The purpose of a speed reload is to be able to top the gun off before it goes empty. So then you're avoiding the step that you have in an emergency slide lock reload of the gun going to slide lock and having to get that gun back into battery. You're going to perform the reload before the gun runs dry. So let's walk through the steps of a speed reload real slow. When you made the decision that you're going to reload the gun, the first thing we need to do is get rid of the magazine that's in the gun. And we're going to do that. There's a couple important things to that. We're going to get rid of this mag before we bring the gun in and rotate it. This is a common mistake that you see quite often, to where either the shooter will not get a firm button press to be able to drop that mag out. They'll get just a quick, weak button press and that mag will get hung up in the mag well. Or they'll bring the gun back and start to turn it before they get that mag out of the gun, and then it ends up being stuck in the gun and they have to shake the gun. They look like they're playing the maracas at that point, trying to get that mag out of the gun to be ready for the new mag to go in. So step one is we need to get the mag out of the gun. So we need a firm, deliberate button press of that mag release before we turn the gun as we bring it into our body. So we're gonna get rid of that magazine with a good button press, bring the gun back into our workspace, which does a couple things. It brings the gun into where you can work on it more efficiently than trying to fish a mag in the gun out here. And it also keeps the gun high enough to where you're not working on the gun down here, because if you're talking defensive based shooting, if you're looking at the gun down here, then your eye is not on the threat or the target anymore. So we want to leave the gun up in our workspace and bring it back in to where we kind of build in some rigidity with our arm against our rib cage here, and it kind of locks the gun in at this point, and we can rotate it to where we can see this mag well out of our peripheral vision. We can have target focus, or we can have focus on the gun if we need it. And then the next step is to index our spare mag. So we're going to come down with the palm of our hand and grab the spare mag. And the way that we have the spare mag set up in our mag pouch is with the bullets pointed forward. And the reason we do this is when we come down and draw the spare mag out, we can have our index finger aligned along the front spine of this magazine with your index finger pointing at the tip of that bullet. And the reason we do this is it's really easy to be able to, you can close your eyes and point at anything with your index finger. You can touch your nose, you can touch your ears. So when we have it set up like this, we can find that mag well of our gun with our spare magazine without having to look down and shift our focus to the gun. So once we've drawn that magazine and have it in our hand in the correct way, and we've got the gun turned and it's ready for ammo, we can insert that mag in with one motion and a firm insertion into the mag well, so we lock that magazine in. You see a lot of people that will put it in real weak and then they'll be slapping the bottom of the magazine, and that's just building in a lot of inefficiency to your reload. So once we have that magazine firmly seated in the gun, we can reacquire our grip, press back out and acquire our sights and get the next round on target. And to run this drill, I just like to load all my mags to capacity and then just shoot 1 or 2 shots at a time at the target and just reload in between. So you get a lot of speed reload work along with whatever else you were working on the range. So let me set this drill up and I'll kind of walk you through it at about half speed here while we go through it. Okay, we're gonna draw, present, sights, fire, drop the mag, bring the gun in, index it correctly, firm insertion, back out. Correct follow through and reholster. So let me set that back up and we'll run it at a little faster speed. And when you're out on the range training, you don't have to go as fast as you possibly can for every drill. The whole idea behind practice is to get good quality reps in, so you can kind of tone it back, run it like 75-80% speed, and just make sure that your mechanics are correct. So let's run in this one a little bit faster. So that's a quick overview of a speed reload. I suggest when you go to the range for your personal practice sessions to have a plan and just work on 1 or 2 techniques or skill sets each time you go. And when you go there with a plan and just work on a couple things each time, then your range time is so much more efficient and productive. And I'm sure you've probably heard the saying that practice doesn't make perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect. So like what we were talking about there, to slow it down a little bit, make sure all your mechanics are correct, and as you get more and more reps correctly, speed will come and efficiency will come. If you'd like to learn how to run your pistol more effectively and efficiently, I'd love to see you in a class this summer. If you're interested in class details, visit the website at adeptdefensetraining.com. I'm Jason Hitchings with Adept Defense. Seek training, become adept, and I'll see you on the range real soon.